How's it going, everybody? My name is Matt Wells. You're watching Juno TV, and please say hello to our friend Dan Mangan. Hi, Dan.
Hey, how's it going? Up top.
Maybe we should do Fresh Prince. We were just talking about it. Best. Tell me about the time that you took off. I guess it would have been 2012, 2013. You had just been touring your arse off. Like just touring. Then you took this time off, and I feel like maybe a lot happened in that time that helped sort of influence
Definitely.
Club Meds, and I want to know what were the biggest moments in that time off.
2013 was a crazy year for me. We had been going, I'd been touring straight for like 7 years, sometimes as much as 9 months of a year. You know, there was, I think in 2011, I slept in my own bed like 50 times that year. And it was amazing because I was building something, you know, it was sort of like it kept getting bigger, or the crowds kept getting bigger, and everything was sort of, this momentum was going, and you sort of felt like if you stopped for even 1 second that it would all fall apart and everyone would forget about you. And so eventually it got to the point where we were all so exhausted and we just like couldn't really keep touring as steadily. So we said we're going to take an entire year away. And we still played a couple one-offs, festivals and stuff just for fun.
But you weren't touring.
But we weren't touring, and we weren't kind of doing it the way that we had been. My son was born. I got an opportunity to score a film called Hector and the Search for Happiness, which was a massive undertaking and a huge project that forced me to hone some studio chops that I previously didn't have.
And sonically sort of brought you to where Club Meds is, right?
Yeah, well, because I think when you're making film, especially this film, there was so much of the score. The director, Peter Chelsom, he'd use this term. He's like, it's almost like it's not there. And he was always wanting these sort of sonic soundscapes that were, you didn't even notice that it was happening until you noticed that it was happening. And I think that opened up a world of sort of just ethereal noise that ended up all over Club Meds for sure. Because the record Club Meds has, there's almost never silence, you know, like there's always, and I think that plays into the themes of the record a bit, is like, the record is kind of about saying it's not black and white. Nothing is black and white. I mean, even the artwork is just shades of gray. And life is complex, and there's a lot going on. And, you know, it's never quiet, and the record's always doing this. It's always sort of twisting and turning. And even when it seems really quiet, there's a sort of layer of sound floor that's, you know, kind of rumbling underneath. And a lot of it was just experimenting and, you know, really just going with your gut and thinking about what sounded cool, you know.
And then, of course, so Vessels came out of these sessions, right, for the movie. And then comes Dave Grohl.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Yeah. Now, did you ever get to meet him, or was this all done in different studios?
Yeah, I did. He's amazing. I mean, he's just you know he's amazing because everyone loves him.
Right.
But he greeted us at the door, went to his house in LA, and he's wearing like a ripped Sears shirt and like cargo shorts, and he's got a microwave burrito in his hand. Like, he's a very normal dude, except that he lives in this big house.
And he was in Nirvana.
And oh yeah, he was in this band. Yeah, I mean, give me a break. And what's crazy is that he just seems to get more and more famous and more sort of beloved.
What I have always liked about Dave Grohl is that the only way I can define it is that he just seems to get it. Like when I see him at an award show and he shows up with black jeans and a black T-shirt, he just gets it. There's no fronting. At least that's my perspective. I don't know the guy.
Well, and also,
you know what I mean?
like his band Foo Fighters, like they make pop music, and he has no bones about it. Like he doesn't pretend like he's making some like super underground sludgy garage rock.
He wants to be Wings.
And he just
right?
But nobody just writes these big pop anthems, you know, and he's totally cool with that. And the best thing about him is that everywhere he goes, like, his ego is not there. Like, he's just being his wonderful self, and people love him for that, and people love his music. And so when he's very dear friends with the director.
Right. Okay. Right. Sorry. Burrito, Sears shirt.
Burrito, Sears shirt. Meets the director. I go with the director to his house, Peter, and we show him the film, and he's really into it. And he says, "Well, how can I help?" And we're like, "Okay, we have this song, and I think it's going to be the credits song, and we'd love for you to sing on it. We got this part." And so he, you know, obviously the part is like this big screaming thing, which I never do. I'm going to, you know, sing it in here, but I never sing it as well as he does on the record. So it's my destiny to always be trying to sing that part the way Dave does. But he kills it. You know, this big, punchy, screaming rock kind of thing in the
Right.
choruses of the song, and yeah, great. You know, right time, right place, great opportunity to kind of get to know someone like that, and he's a lovely human being.
Is his email in your address book?
It is actually.
Is his phone number in your phone?
It is in my phone.
Yes.
My phone's locked.
Wow. Which password is 4793?
Password is foof.
Foof.
Foof. Hey there, this is Dan Mangan, and you are watching my Vault session here on Juno TV with Eyes and Ears. And if you like this and you want more, you can click here or here. Maybe here. I'm not sure about here, but you can definitely subscribe there. That general subscription direction.